Hello everybody, what is up? Greywind Ghost here coming at you with another video. So today I'm going to tell you a story while I play some Minecraft. So if you don't want to watch me play Minecraft, you can always just minimize the video and just listen to me talk. So without further ado, let's start. Okay, so this story is about this girl I used to be friends with when I was back in high school, into college. Well, for the sake of the story, we'll call her Paige. So, Paige and I met when I was, I think I was a sophomore. Yeah, I was a sophomore in high school. And she, was different than a lot of the other friends that I had at the time. She was into, like, a lot of the hard rock and heavy metal, which at the time I was not into like I am now. I didn't come into that kind of genre music loving until I was a little bit older. But yeah, because at the time I was kind of only into listening to 90s rock bands. Like Backstreet Boys and NSYNC and all that still. Anyway, so yeah. So Paige was kind of strange to me back then. I don't know, wasn't okay. Dad's yelling at the dog. Anyway, so I wasn't really like, we weren't really close. I wasn't exactly like her in a lot of ways. And at the same time, we weren't that close because we were kind of two different people. I was a lot more insecure and shy back then, and she was outgoing, but yeah, so, I mean, eventually we became good friends as time went on. So, as I got older and we got a little closer, but that wasn't until later on, after a few things happened. So, I had a boyfriend back in high school for a couple of years. Well, for more like a year and a half. Uh, and then we broke up. It was a mutual breakup. He and I just weren't seeing eye to eye anymore. We were fighting a lot, and my parents didn't like him, and yeah, so, cause he was kind of abusive. And I don't mean like physically abusive. I mean, he was physically abusive, just not to me. He beat up his dad a couple of times, and I know he won't say this, so it doesn't matter. But anyway, so yeah. I mean, he did beat up his dad when I was with him. This was happened long after and long before. He did it once before I was with him, and he did it, I guess, once after I was broke. We were broken up for quite a while. But anyway, so me and him, even after we broke up, were kind of, you know, friends with benefits, if you will. Yeah, I lost my virginity at the age of, God, how old was I? I was 15? Yeah, I was 15 when I lost my virginity to him. Yeah, not very happy thing. And I probably shouldn't be telling this to YouTube, but whatever. It's in the past. So, yeah. So, after we broke up, he started dating my friend, Paige. Yeah, and I was not happy about that. I mean, we weren't close at the time, but it still angered me because we were kind of friends. We did sit with each other at lunch and talk and whatnot, and it just angered me so much because how dare she break the girl code, you know? Boys, if you don't know what the girl code is, it's pretty much just says that when you're friends with somebody, you do not ever date an ex of theirs. And that's exactly what she did. She went and dated my ex-boyfriend. And I remember one morning when I was on the bus heading to school, she was texting me, telling me, oh yeah, me and my ex, her boyfriend at the time, my ex, were penguins. And if you don't understand what she meant by that, penguins, uh, mate for life, and she was pretty much saying that they were going to be together for the rest of her life and the rest of their lives, Of course, that didn't happen because they broke up not too long later. I don't remember exactly how because I wasn't talking to her at the time because I was angry with her for, being with him, and yeah. But, so she came crawling back, apologized for dating him, saw that he was a complete jerk, and the only thing he really was interested in was kind of getting in her pants, because that is all he kind of wanted from me. And once he got tired of me, he moved on. So, but yeah. So I forgave her, and then something else happened. So I don't know exactly how long it was later, but we had this other friend. We'll call him Mike. I know I have a lot of friends named Mike, and I'm not talking about any of them. But anyway, so we had this friend named Mike. He was younger than both of us, maybe like a year younger than even her, and 2 years younger than me, because she was in the grade below me. Anyway, so my friend had a crush on one of Mike's friends, and she had told him that she liked him, and our friend was not happy about it, and yeah, and then my ex-boyfriend was starting to wanted to date my friend's sister, one of our other friend's sister, who was way younger, and this upset our friend, and I had pretty much had gone against him and said, you know what, I support my ex-boyfriend over you, and yeah, it was just a mess. I don't know exactly how Paige was. Get out of the way, dog meat. Sheesh. See, now I'm stuck because of you. There we go. Okay, I'm out. So I don't know exactly how that worked out because, anyway, so I don't know exactly how that involved her, but it had. Ooh, way to get into the. Hello, dog meat. So, I just remember going on a trip out to Westfield State I think it was Westfield. Oh, maybe, no, it wasn't Westfield. It was up to Maine to go to check out a college, because I was looking at colleges at the time, because by this point I was a senior, and yeah. So, she was a junior. So I was up at Farmington College, University of Maine, Farmington, looking at the college up there, and we were talking on AIM. If you don't know what that is, it's pretty much like Facebook messaging back in the day. But anyway, so we were talking, and I was apologizing for. Well, I guess I had on that in the case of my friend and stuff. I had cause I had gone on Mike's side and said that I agreed with him that the way she went about telling his friend that she liked him and stuff wasn't appropriate, and she was mad at me, and she didn't want to have anything to do with me for a while. So I was apologizing to her for siding with Mike over her. She forgave me because I had forgiven her for what I did with our ex-boyfriend, and yeah. So don't fall. I know I'm being peaceful, but still don't fall. I could still die here. Anyway, so I'm in the vault. Anyway, so yeah, so that was pretty much like the worst things we had happened to us back in high school. So, and then I went to college, and she stayed back in high school for another year, because, like I said, she was she was a year younger than me. So, yeah, I was in college, and we became really good friends. Now, we would hang out a lot during the summer, and then she went to college as well. We talked a lot on Skype. If you go back to some of my older channels, there we go. You go back to one of my older channels, I do have a couple of videos of me Skyping with her, as well as one of our other friends. You can see what her actual name is, because I kind of mentioned her in that. But anyway, that's besides the point. So, yeah. So, we became really good friends. We liked a lot of the same stuff. She became my band buddy when I was in college. We went to see a lot of the local bands. There was this kid in one of the local bands that we both went to high school with. He was in my graduating class, and I've known him pretty much all my life. And if you go back to some of the older videos of mine on some of my older channels, you'll see me talking a bunch about this band called Stay, and one of their bandmates was I had said in the video, was somebody I went to high school with, and yeah. So you're all probably wondering now, Greywind, whatever happened to Paige? Well, this is what happened. So back in 2011, we had gone to a concert, me, Paige, and a bunch of our other friends, to see Stay for the last time, because they were, I think, debunking right after that. And we wanted, it was their last concert, and it was going to be pretty much all of our last concerts. I don't know if any of them went to more after that, but I didn't. That was my last concert. So I went to see them in concert with my friends, and Paige and one of my other friends we were all at the concert hall, and Paige and one of our other friends decided to go, and a couple other people went outside to go have a cigarette. And I didn't hear them. Well, I didn't hear Paige tell me that she and everybody else were going outside. So it was just me and one of my other friends stayed inside and watched the bands, and I freaked out because I have abandonment issues, and sometimes they can get a little out of hand. And on this day, they got really out of hand. Anyway, so yeah, so they disappeared, and I freaked out, and I pretty much gave Paige and my other friends the cold shoulder for the rest of the day, and they weren't happy about it because I wouldn't talk to them, because they were my best friends, and I told them everything. And if I wasn't telling them anything this time, why should they trust me? So months went by, and I went back to school, and they went back to school, and we really didn't talk much. And when I was talking with Paige, I was doing this project for one of my classes about radio broadcasting, because I contacted her because I know she was working at the broadcasting station at her college, but she didn't pretty much want to have anything to do with me. It didn't tell me anything because she was busy, and I got kind of mad at her, and I didn't talk to her. So when I came back home from school, when we both had come back home for the summer, and I had graduated and everything, she was working at one of the grocery stores in town, and I had gone at the time, and I had gone shopping with my mom, and I saw her, and she didn't acknowledge me at all. She acknowledged my mom, but she didn't acknowledge me. So that's when I knew that this relationship was over, and it hurt. Because at my graduation, I really wished she had been there to see me. And I wished that she had been there. I really did, but she was not. And yeah. So over the years, I guess she had gotten some other jobs and stuff, and she didn't work at that grocery store anymore. So I stopped talking to her. I unfriended her on Facebook. Well, actually, she unfriended me on Facebook. I think she blocked me on Twitter, which was kind of stupid. I was using Twitter a lot more back then. I don't use it as much now, but I'm trying to now that this YouTube channel's up and running. But yeah, so that brings us to why I'm talking about this. So, the other day, I had gone to one of the other grocery stores in town, a different one, and she's now working at that one. Well, she has been working on that one for a while, and I'd seen her there, and me not liking confrontation, I pretty much every time I see her there, I try to find a way not to go near her. So I would always like avoid her, if you will. I'm a big avoidance person. Like I said, I don't like confrontation because I didn't know how she felt now, and I still felt horrible, and I didn't want to push anything. So yeah, but unbeknownst to me, nothing was gonna happen. And how the hell do I get down here? I don't even know. But yeah, so my mom dragged me through her line, and she was all polite and nice and was talking to me like a normal person again. And I don't know, and she said something to me that kind of, I was like, okay. So my mom had asked her how her dad was doing, if he retired yet, and he had. And she was telling me how they have like literally like no food in the house ever because her dad eats almost everything. And she goes, "You've met my father, you know how he is." And a thought came to my mind, and this is kind of what started me telling the story. Yeah, I knew her dad. I know who he is. I don't know how. I don't know that much about him now. I mean, I knew what I know about her dad is what I knew about back in the day when I was friends with her. I haven't talked to her dad or seen her dad in years. And she's assuming that I can take from what I can remember and applying to it now. It's like, Paige, we haven't been friends in years. I haven't talked to you or seen your dad or any of you in so long that I can't really make assumptions that I know him. So yeah, that's kind of where like I got where I was going at with this story. I don't know you. I don't know your family anymore. I did at one point, but I don't anymore. And it's not that I was trying to be mean or anything. It was just that's the truth. I really don't know you anymore. We haven't been friends in so long. And why can't I get into this room? There we go. Okay. But yeah, so it's just. And then it also got me thinking last night when I decided to tell this story that what if I had never lost her as a friend? How much life would be different if she hadn't left? You know, like, would we be any different? Would my life be any different? I mean, yeah, it would definitely, obviously, be different. But like, how much different would it be? You know, would I still be listening to the band music I used to listen to? Would I still be going to shows like I used to? You know, would I had actually started this gaming channel? Who knows? Would I have actually gotten this PlayStation? I don't know. I can't tell you that. So a lot of things, could have been different, and it led me to this, And one of the biggest questions I had was the boy that I have dated last year and is now gone from my life. Would I ever have worked at the place that I work at and met him? That's one thing, because I don't know if I would even left my other job and only had this one job. Hi, people. And then it's like, if I had left that job and still got this job that I have now, would he have ever broken up with me because she wouldn't have allowed it? Because Paige was always like very, not like protective of me, but she was always making sure that if nothing would ever really hurt me, she was my, she was like my sister almost. We were that close. The sister that I never had. And yeah. So that's my story. I just wanted to do a little rant and rave because it was an interesting idea that I was thinking. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed my storytelling and me playing through some Minecraft. I'm not really I'm looking around, exploring. I didn't even know this area was over here. I didn't even find this and my actual gameplays before that I've played just on my own. So yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're all wondering why I haven't uploaded a video in the last couple of days, it's because if you watched my last video, you know that I was talking about PAX East and how I wasn't able to go because I had nobody to go with, and my mom wouldn't let me go unless I had somebody to go with. So I kind of got really upset that I couldn't go. So I kind of gave up trying to. Are those? Oh my god, they are. They're the kitties. That is so cool. I haven't actually seen any of the cats in this video. I mean, ocelots in this world. Anyway, so yeah, so I was upset that my mom wouldn't let me go by myself. So I kind of just gave up doing anything. I stopped watching Jack and Mark as much as I did not want to, because I love them dearly. They're like awesome people, and I hate that I stopped watching them. I've been missing watching them the last few days, and every time I see green or pink, I think of them, and it hurts. And yeah, but now I actually have a chance to actually go to PAX, which makes me happy. I found a friend that actually I might be able to go with, so yay! But yeah, so I'm sorry, I won't do that again. I won't give up. I promise. I know promises go far and wide with me. I say something half the time and I don't always mean it, but I'm gonna try my hardest to not let myself fall like that again and be distraught and stuff. I know I don't have a lot of people watching my videos, but who cares? I mean, I care a little, but to the 7 of you who watch me and stuff, thank you. I appreciate you for subscribing to me and watching me. And whoever else ever sees this video. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed my story, and I will see you all very soon in the next video. Greywind, out.